Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to LearnToMod. Now, Minecraft has a huge selection of blocks for anything that you want to build, but sometimes you just can't find a block that looks exactly the way you want it to. In these cases, you can actually change what the world looks like using a texture pack. Just like this. Beautiful! Let's get started. In this video, you will learn about installing curated texture packs, modifying textures, and creating all new textures. A texture is a 2D picture that gets wrapped around a 3D object to give it its appearance. By changing a texture, you can change how an object looks. Now before you go off diving into drawing your own textures, I would highly recommend you check out our curated textures. These are textures that have been officially endorsed by LearnToMod because of their uniqueness and quality. Browse through them if you like. Installing a new texture is easy. First, you need to select the texture pack you want to install. I'm going to pick CandyCraft because it's one of my favorites. Now when you view the texture pack, you will see a block of code down here. It says, change texture pack for player me to pack at URL balthatrix-candycraft. Believe it or not, this block of code is all we need. The black block tells the computer to change the texture pack for the player. The block me tells the computer who to change the texture pack for. And the URL here tells the computer what texture pack to use. Every texture pack has its own unique name. Let's copy this one for later. You can do this by clicking the text to highlight it, and then right-clicking and pressing Copy. Or you can press Ctrl and C at the same time on your keyboard. Flower and C if you're on a Mac. Let's go make a mod now. As always, click Play to create a new mod, and then click Mods. Give your mod a unique name. I'm going to call this one Candy Texture. And then click Blockly Multiplayer. Your mod will appear on the right. Click See Inside, and then click Code. Now the first thing we always want to do when we make a new mod is to create a main function. Click Functions and drag over the top block and rename the function to main. Let's recreate that block of code that we saw before. You will find the texture pack block under Minecraft and then Players, down at the bottom here. Let's stick that inside of our function. Now we need a player block. Once again, go to Players and grab the block me and put that in the first hole. And now for the URL, let's paste the code that we copied earlier. You can do this by right-clicking and pressing Paste, or by pressing Ctrl and V at the same time. Flower V if you're on a Mac. Now we're all set. Let's go ahead and try this out. Go ahead and click Mod. Once you're in Minecraft, navigate to your mod chest and open it to grab your mod. Then equip the mod to use it. Just left-click. When you do this, you'll get a pop-up asking if it's okay to download and install the mod. Go ahead and press Yes. At this point, your game might freeze for a moment, while it downloads all of the new textures. But then, you'll get your beautiful candy world. Now some of you might look at the curated texture packs and decide that that's not exactly what you're looking for. If that's the case, that's totally fine. We can just go and make our own. Let's imagine that I'm doing a report on Lord of the Rings, and I wanted to make the legendary metal Mithril. Well, to do that, I'm going to go to Play, and then click Texture Packs. You'll see a screen very similar to the Make a New Mod screen. Let's go ahead and give our texture pack a name. I'm going to call this one Mithril. Go ahead and click Create, and your texture pack will appear on the right. Click See Inside. Inside of your mod, you will see a similar page to what we saw before, but with the name of your texture pack listed down here. Let's go ahead and change around the texture pack a bit to make it look like what we want. Go ahead and click Change. This will bring up all of the textures contained in the pack. You'll probably recognize most of them. After all, this is what makes Minecraft look like Minecraft. Now I need to decide what block I want to change to look like Mithril. I think I'm going to change Redstone, because Redstone has a natural glow to it that I think will look cool. Just look for Redstone, and then click it to edit it. Here, we can change the sprite however we want. We could draw a nice big smiley face if we wanted to. If you make a mistake, just click Undo to swap it back. I like the way that Redstone looks, and I just want it to be white and silver instead of red, so I'm just going to change around some of the colors. There's lots of tools to use, so be sure to experiment and try them all out. There, that looks pretty good. If you're satisfied with your texture, go ahead and click Commit Change to save it. Then click Close to close the editor. Once you're satisfied with how your texture pack looks, scroll up to the top and press Deploy. Wait a moment and then refresh the page. Your texture is now ready. Let's go ahead and click back to go back to the viewing page. Let's go ahead and copy the name of our mod, once again, by highlighting it and then right-clicking and pressing Copy. Then let's go back to the mod that we just made. We can change the texture pack in our mod by highlighting the old one and pasting in the new code. Go ahead and press Mod to insert this new mod. Now if we return to Game and activate our new mod, it will download the new texture. As you can see, things look pretty much the same, but let's go ahead and grab a redstone block or a mithril block and see if it looks any different. Here it is right here. Let's click that and place it down, and you can see we have an entirely new texture. The texture editor is a lot of fun to play around with, but some of you that are more artistically inclined might want something that's a bit more powerful than the one included in LearnToMod. If so, that's totally fine. In addition to modifying your own textures inside of LearnToMod, you can also upload textures that you've made in other programs. To do this, I would recommend beginning by downloading whatever texture you want to modify. This will make sizing easier. I've now downloaded the texture, and I can view it on my computer. I can now open this picture in any graphics editing tool I like. I personally use GIMP, but you can also use Photoshop or even Paint. Here, you can modify the picture however you like, or even replace it with a new picture. I'm going to replace mine with the Mona Lisa. Keep in mind that Minecraft blocks have a very low resolution, so whatever picture you insert will probably look a bit blocky. Once you're happy with your picture, go ahead and save it as a PNG file. Back in LearnToMod, you can upload your file by pressing Open, choose File, and then finding the file's location on your computer. Once again, click Commit Changes to save, and then close the editor. Scroll to the top and press Deploy, then refresh the page. If your mod does not deploy, go ahead and press Deploy again, and just wait a little bit longer. And then refresh the page one more time. Let's go ahead and try things out. I modified the gold block, so I'm going to go ahead and place one down so we can see a before and after to make sure it worked. Now, scroll over your mod and left-click to activate it. And there we go! You have now created your very own custom texture. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day!